Hey, thanks for joining me today as we again look at some Haydenville history and some history from the Norris family as well. Now, we shot this video from a Cessna 172 with a camera mounted outside of the plane as we flew from west to east over Haydenville. The brick plant was located below us to the right of the road, this being their storage yard and dock area. Now today, the pallet company and sawmill occupies most of the former brick plant location, as we can see below us as we continue flying east. On this video, I want to talk about my Uncle John Norris, who ran a gas station in Haydenville for many, many years. His first station was located just below us, about here, and it was the old Olinger gas station. Eventually, that station got cut off from the flow of traffic when Haydenville was bypassed. So John went a bit further east and operated a new station at the intersection of Laurel Run Road and Route 33. Somewhere right here was the old Olinger gas station that Uncle John originally ran. And he ran it until the bypass went in, which was right up there, and took the highway around Haydenville. And that's when he went down the road just around the corner in front of us and ran the gas station there. This was the station that John ran at the intersection with Laurel Run Road, this picture somewhere around 1960. And John had an apartment to the right of the garage bay. This is the old Olinger gas station that was John's first station there in Haydenville. And I actually have some old 16 millimeter movie film that Dad shot, Fred Norris. And here's a look at that film. This is looking west toward where the pallet company is today, obviously in the winter of 1936, as it was back in that era. It's not great quality film, but it's still kind of cool to see it. Here's Uncle John on the far right, with his sisters Kathleen in the middle and Mary on the far left. Oddly enough, this film was also somewhere around 1936 and was probably filmed out on Laurel Run Road. Again, here is how the gas station looked. Late 50s, early 60s, a pure oil station. That building would later become known as Dee's Diner. Here you see it in 2022. It had fallen into a state of disrepair and had to be taken down in 2023. Here's what it looked like just after it had been demolished. They were still in the process of cleaning up the location. The truck you see there is on Laurel Run Road. I'm looking east here. The garage bay would have been closest to us. John had a small apartment that would be kind of just to the right side of this image when the station was operating. Really kind of sad to see it gone. I went back a week or two later and they had the site completely cleaned up, as you can see here. A lot of memories on this location for the Norris family. Here they are, Fred, Stanley, Kathleen, and John in the back, and Grandpa and Grandma down front with Mary. Here's Uncle John. John had had a stroke not too long after he started operating the station at the Laurel Run Road intersection. This is the old company garage where my Uncle Stanley Norris worked for many years. He was a mechanic. He actually left here and went to work for the state of Ohio at their Athens compound. Of course, this building's gone, and it looks like this now, where the modern garage sits today was the location of the old company garage. Here is Stanley and Mary. Mary, of course, was a school teacher in Nelsonville for many, many years. And again, I assume this film was shot out on Laurel Run Road at the old Norris home place. Again, it's not great quality film, but it's still cool to see it. Here we're looking west from the trestle that brought the tracks from the clay mine over the road into the plant. The building on the left side of this photo is the shop where my dad, Fred Norris, had his shop in the rear of this building. And this is that location today. This is my crew: Mom, Ada, Dad, Fred, my sister, Charlene, and me there in the bottom of the frame. Probably around 1956. Again on Laurel Run Road at the old Norris home place, which the house is still there. Some fairly early color film. This is Grandma and Grandpa Norris. This film was shot in the mid-30s. Josephine and John, my Grandma and Grandpa Norris. And here they are 20-some years later in the 1950s on some early color film. And this would have been shortly before Josephine passed away. And it's remarkable, she was only 66 when she died.
Wagon trains never still, smell the clay as it bakes in the old round kiln. The flag waves gently from the pole that Dad made. Life in a brick town, I wish we had stayed in a brick town. In a brick town. Watch for the train each day around 4. Just boxcars and bricks, but passengers no more. And the rusty old bridge at the end of the road. If it was all still there, have no doubt I would go to a brick town. To a brick town. Trains brought the mail and many people to town. The kids ran to watch when the whistle would sound. And back in the alley sat Howard's carpenter shop. From sawdust to ice cream, the memories won't stop. 2 stores on one street, the main highway no less. An old school and a church made of bricks one would guess. Down the road was the shop where Uncle Stanley once worked. And a house that is round with a pointed old roof. In a brick town. In a brick town. A brick town that's still there, but it's not. Names of people now gone, but in part, those days are long past. But in my mind remain just as sweet as the honeysuckle in a warm summer rain. In a brick town. It was there in a brick town. It's there in a brick town.
Just some memories from Haydenville.